everyone, welcome to Yin Yoga. I'm Kim, and today we have another in the Yoga Through the Zodiac series, Capricorn. We're going to begin on all fours with a circular cat-cow. So I'm back on my toes, getting a nice foot stretch here, and rocking it forward. My elbow creases are pointing towards each other. I am giving myself stability as I'm rolling around, waking up the spine, the hips, the shoulders, reversing the circle, going the other way. And we'll just get in a single cat-cow from this nice tabletop, solid tabletop position. Deep breath in. Draw the energy up from the earth. Exhale it out. Big stretch. All right. Backing on up into a downward facing dog. Straight away, Capricorn. Strong as an oak tree. Okay, I'm pedaling it out and finding my comfortable down dog. Your heels may still be up, your knees bent, it doesn't matter. I've been doing yoga videos all day, so I'm pretty loosened up. Heels nice and flush, if you can get them there, that's where they're heading. From here, 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Melting into your dog. Toes are slightly pigeon-toed, arms and hands are dialing externally. Micro bend in the knees. And on the third breath out, I'm going to move my left foot a little towards the center, bring up the right, look up, and up we come into a lizard, or not a lizard, dragon, a lunge. Up into a lunge, and we'll begin hands on hips. Just get your stability straight, then deep breath in, lift hands over your head, reaching out from the center. I'm going to take my right hand and clasp the left wrist, and over we go into a beautiful side body stretch. Deep breath in here. Exhale back up to the top. Change hands, so the left hand is clasping the right. Side body stretch. Very aware of the wall here. Deep breath in. And exhale back to the top. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And down we come to the tabletop position for another cat-cow. Deep breath in. Exhale it out in cat. Deep breath in, and then walking it forward and back to our downward facing dog again. Find your dog, what feels right for you. And from here, this time I'm moving my right foot in, left foot comes up, looking forward, and into my lunge, coming up into my first degree of the dragon. Hands on hips to find your stability. You can have your back foot, your right foot curled under if you want. Whatever's comfortable for you. Hands up over the head, and the right hand grabs the left again, lifting up out of the socket, and over we go. Deep breath in here. exhale back up to the top. Grasp the right wrist, over we go to the left. And back up to the top. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And down we come to return to tabletop. From here, a foot stretch, pranam, so I'm pushing back onto those feet and stretching out in front, clawing back towards me so that I can really feel this in my shoulders and triceps. Coming right back up into the squat. And from here, you might find, if you're new to this, Capricorn or not, you might find this difficult. And that's okay. Over time, it becomes comfortable and second nature. But if it starts to hurt, even after the first breath, come on forward and tuck your feet down. Now, if that's painful, you can be here. But always give it a go. Give it that first breath, or half a breath. And then it becomes 2 breaths, then 3. Then we're sitting here talking about it and we don't even feel it. So it's a beautiful stretch if you just get your body opened up to the possibility. All right, what are we doing here? Lion's breath. From here, we're going to do 2 lion's breaths. So that's a deep breath in, then lion's breath out, tongue out, eyes rolling to the top of the head. So deep breath in, lion's breath out. One more, deep breath in, lion's breath out. Beautiful. Okay. Coming on down, we're going to give the arms a little bit of attention simply from a comfortable Sukhasana. So we're going to let the legs have a wee bit of a rest here. Arms up over the head, and we're going into a twist. So right hand to the left knee, left hand behind, deep breath in. Twist it around, straighten the spine. Deep breath in. Deepen the twist. One more deep breath in. And this time as I exhale, the body stays in the twist, the head comes back around, and then follow. Hands back over the head. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more deep breath in. And this time I'm exhaling it out. I'm coming around. And then the body follows. Hands back up over the head. We're going to do twisted snake, which from here, hands together, we're going to start out just by gliding over to the left. So it's a side body twist, side body stretch first from Sukhasana. And then I'm looking up as high as I can, turn my chest to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And exhale, I'm pivoting down so that my hands are as if in down face dog. You might have your fingers tented to give you the distance you need to get to the mat. If it's really challenging, you can get your towel or blanket and put it underneath to lift the surface to you. But we're aiming for hands in front of us, deep breath in, and we're going to the degree we can, lower the forehead down to the mat. Deep breath in here. And exhale back up to do the other side. From here, we're going into a beautiful side body in the Sukhasana. Deep breath as we stretch out those meridians. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. And exhale it out. I'm rotating the other way. Hands in front of me as if in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And down we go. Forehead is aiming towards the mat. Ideally, we want to keep both sits bones on the mat. Deep breath in here. And exhaling back up to the top. Stretch it up high. Celebratory jai. And then what I'd like is for you just to splay your hands open this way. And we're just going to rotate as if we're holding the world in our hands. Rotate, rotate. Beautiful. And then rain the fingers down. Let's just do some gentle shoulder rolls. Backwards. Turn them around. And we're rolling forwards. All right. From here, we are going to visit Pigeon. And wherever you're at with your pigeon, we have a whole video on the 3 stages of pigeon, Yin Yoga for the birds. You can, if you're more comfortable with a reclined pigeon, go there. We're going to go for a sleeping swan today, if we can. So, all fours, elbow creases pointed together towards each other, and I'm shifting my weight a bit to bring my right leg up in this kind of donkey kick, and it's coming up behind my right wrist. My left leg is sliding down, and from here I'm finding my pigeon. Your foot may be and knee may be parallel with the front of the mat, or it may be tucked right back to your hip, and anywhere in between, depending on how open your hips are and where you're at with your pigeon at the moment. If you can, raise the arms up over the head, get that really good stretch in the left front of the hip. Deep breath in. And then forward we go. Some people can just fold that way. I'm walking it forward into my sleeping swan or pigeon. So we'll just be here for a couple of minutes. You might be up here. You might have a towel or bolster supporting you. Find your sleeping swan, but you want to make sure that you have some edge. In other words, you're actually feeling this in the pelvis, in the hip joints. So, not just restorative, like ready for a nap, but not screaming pain either. So you find your edge and we'll hold it there in stillness. Just another minute or so. Deep breaths. You might like to do your Ujjayi breath, the soft susurration sounds that you make in the back of your throat. As you deepen into the posture and expand your breath. 3 more long, slow, deep breaths in your swan, in your sleeping swan. And as you exhale out the 3rd breath, walk it back up. And we're just going to roll to the right, onto that right hip to alleviate all the pressure, all the intensity, and just gently, because this is intense, it's very intense, come into Dandasana so the legs are parallel as nature intended. That's how they might be feeling about it right now. So a strong Dandasana with the toes pointed back towards you, so much intention in the legs that the heels are off the ground. Deep breath in. And exhale it out. We're going to gingerly come back up into our downward facing dog. To experience the other side, let's give it a true strong pedal, and then a deep breath of your dog, which is probably, your Adho Mukha is probably really deepening as we go through this short Capricorn practice. Capricorn rules the joints, the bones, the teeth, the hair, the ligaments. Capricorn rules Yin Yoga. It's slow, it's stillness, and it makes you strong. That's what Capricorn does. All right, right foot to the center, left foot comes up, and up we come to Pigeon on the other side. Again, where your foot goes is going to determine the depth of the stretch. So if I want to ease off the stretch a bit, I'm going to put my foot right down next to this hip. If I want to create more openness, I'm going to push it up. Arms up over the head, if that's available to you. Straightening my foot. Available to you up here. Deep breath in. And then down for your sleeping swan. I'm just walking it forward. And you stop where you feel your edge. I feel a bit of an edge here, but I know if I just relax for a moment, I'm going to be able to be in my full sleeping swan mode. And we'll just be here for a couple of minutes, letting everything go. All the responsibilities, all the burdens, any guilt that's been piling up over the decades, just letting it all go with every breath. Those things are not exactly what makes us strong. So we let them go. Relax the feet, relax the calves, the knees, the thighs. Relax the butt, the shoulders, the neck, the head, the skin of the face. Let it all melt. Capricorn also specifically rules the knees, which interestingly is what allows us to bend down, to be humble. 3 long, slow, deep breaths in. As I exhale the third breath out, I am coming slowly back up, leaning again, this time towards the left hip, gingerly, because that's such a strong activation, isn't it? Turning around and find your Dandasana again, legs parallel. Let's do a little bit wider leg Dandasana. Doesn't have to be huge, but just a little bit more spaciousness there, and a bit of a triangle. Pulling the toes back, lifting the heels up, and from here, deep breath in, and we're just going to find a gentle forward fold so that we might, well, stop whenever it's too much for the hamstrings, but see where you can get your forehead in the direction of your knees. 3 long, slow, deep breaths here. This is a beautiful counterpose to Pigeon. It's also humbling. One more long, slow, deep breath. And up we come. Keep going. Back down to Vishnu's couch, where the hands are going under the bum. You know about this by now. It activates the meridians, all while doing windshield wiper to add some additional counterpose and relief for the hips as we allow them to beautifully rotate internally after that serious external rotation. All right, stretching it out long, we're going for our final and most important asana of the practice. Full body stretch, rainbow arch the back, bring your hands down, backs of the hands to the ceiling, wiggle asana. That is the hips as the epicenter, swishing, fishtailing, gyrating left to right. The feet are loose and shimmying, the ankles, the calves, the thighs, the pelvis, all the internal organs. Then you can feel the scapulas as an epicenter, moving the shimmy right up to your shoulders and the back of your head. Deep breath in. And exhale out in stillness. Shavasana. The pose of the corpse. Your opportunity to absorb the nutrients of the practice, to rest and restore, and to have a moment of appreciation and blessing for your body, for your bones that hold you up, for your red blood cells that are manufactured in those long bones, for your joints and ligaments and tendons that allow you mobility, for the skin that creates a boundary between your vessel and the outer world, for your hair that makes you a mammal, and your teeth that help helps keep you alive. The very first experience of the digestive system starts with them. Abundance, abundance, abundance of gratitude. Anjali Mudra, thumbs to the forehead. Thank you for this beautiful Capricorn bones and joints and ligaments and knees.